By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to determine the equation of horizontal and vertical lines. You'll also be able to find the equation of straight lines. Let's have here the SY plane. Now draw a horizontal line through the point C. A horizontal line has an equation of the form y equals c. What we are saying is that this horizontal line indicated in black ink that passes through C on the y-axis has the equation y equals c. The c is the value on the y-axis where the horizontal line passes. Now the x-axis is also a horizontal line and it passes through the y-axis at 0. So it means that the equation of the x-axis is going to be y equals 0. Let's have the SY plane. Now draw a vertical line through the point A. The equation of this vertical line is going to be s equals a. The a is the value on the x-axis where the vertical line passes. What we are saying is that a vertical line has an equation of the form s equals a. Now we see that the y-axis is also a vertical line and it passes through the x-axis at 0. And so the equation of the y-axis is going to be s equals 0. We have a first question here. What is the equation of all the horizontal lines shown in the following SY plane? Now, the first horizontal line up here passes through the y-axis at 10, and so the equation of it is going to be y equals 10. The next horizontal line passes through the y-axis at 6, so its equation is going to be y equals 6. The x-axis is also a horizontal line and it passes through the y-axis at 0, and so the equation of the x-axis is y equals 0. And next question, what is the equation of all the vertical lines shown in the following SY plane? The first vertical line passes through the x-axis at -5, so its equation is going to be s equals -5. The y-axis is also a vertical line that passes through the x-axis at 0, and so the equation of the y-axis is s equals 0. The next vertical line passes through the x-axis at 12, and so its equation is s equals 12. And next question, determine the equations of the vertical line and the horizontal line that pass through the midpoint of the line segment joining the point A and B. So we find a midpoint of line segment AB. Let a midpoint be M. We know that finding a midpoint, we add the S coordinates divided by 2, comma, add the Y coordinates. The Y coordinates are 4 and 14. So add the Y coordinates divided by 2. And so that gives 20 divided 2, that is 10. 18 divided 2, that is 9. And so the midpoint of the line segment AB is 10,9. Now we are to tell what the equation of the vertical line is at this point M. Let's do some illustration here. Let us have the SY plane. Now the point M, the S coordinates of the point M tells that we have 10 over here on the x-axis, and so the vertical line that passes through 10 on the x-axis and also through the point M has the equation s equals 10. So the answer to the question number I, the vertical line, determine the equation of the vertical line that passed through the midpoint. Vertical line through M. Vertical line through the midpoint M. The equation we've seen from the graph that is S equals 10. Out of the horizontal line, through M, through the midpoint. So this one is question I. The horizontal line through the midpoint is question I. Again, the y-coordinate 9 of the midpoint tells that we have 9 over here on the y-axis. And so the horizontal line that passes through 9 on the y-axis and through the midpoint is going to have the equation y equals 9. So the answer to the question I is y equals 9. Now, do we need to always do this illustration before we get the answer to the question? No. Let us take note of this key point that for any point P, A, C, the vertical line at P is S equals A. The vertical line at C is S equals A. And the horizontal line at P is Y equals C. So this question I we have solved. We notice that the midpoint is 10,9. We simply write S equals 10 as the vertical line that passes through M. And we also write Y equals 9. So the answers are taken directly from the coordinates 10,9. And next problem, find the equation of the straight line that passes through the origin and the points of intersection of the lines. Now the origin is the point 0, 0. Equation says that the line passes through the origin 0, 0 and also through the second point. The line passes through the origin and the points of intersection of the lines S equals 3 and Y equals 4. Now, making use of the information here, it tells us that the other coordinate through which the line passes is 3, 4. Now we know that the general equation of the straight line y equals ms plus c. Equation says that the line passes through the origin. That's to say that the y-intercept c is going to be equal to 0. Also, we need to find a gradient. Gradient m equals change in y, 4 minus 0, divide change in s, 3 minus 0, and that gives 4 over 3. So the general equation y equals ms plus c is going to be y equals 4 out of 3s plus 0. The y-intercept is 0. And next question. A circle is inscribed in a square whose sides lie on the lines s equals 0, s equals 8, y equals 0, and y equals 8. What is the equation of the... Okay, so we need to illustrate all these lines. Let us have the xy plane. Equation says we have a certain line s equals 0. The line s equals 0 is the same as the y-axis. The line s equals 8 is the vertical line that passes through the x-axis at 8. The line y equals 0 is same as the x-axis because the x-axis passes through the y-axis at 0. The line y equals 8 is the horizontal line that passes through the y-axis at 8. So we've drawn the 4 lines. We've drawn the 4 lines. S equals 0, x equals 8, y equals 0, y equals 4. Now question says that a circle is inscribed in this square. It means that the circle is inside the square and it touches all the 4 sides at one point. So we have it this way. And this circle has a center. Question requires that we determine the equation of the vertical line that passes through the center. So what's the coordinates of the center? Now, the diameter runs from the point 0 to the point 8 on the x-axis. And so the radius is going to be at the middle of this distance, 8 units. Tells us that the value here is going to be 4. On the y-axis, the diameter is 8 units from the origin 0 up to the point 8, that's the diameter. And so the midpoint of this distance is going to be 4. The coordinates of the center is therefore 4, 4. Now, first question A. What is the equation of the vertical line that passes through the center? So this vertical line that passes through the center is simply going to be s equals 4. The horizontal line that passes through the center is simply going to be y equals 4.